At the end of March 2021, the Ministry of Housing and Water, along with the Central Housing and Planning Authority, was notified that the National Industrial and Commercial Investment Limited (NICIL) has agreed to transfer the plot of land occupied by scores of squatters for which they have ownership. After all legal requirements are fulfilled, this paves the way for the Ministry and the CHNPA to move ahead with the regularization of the area which had been stalled for several years. Rodrigues told the newsroom during an interview at her office on Wednesday that it was part of our ambitious plan to not only ensure that applicants receive lands, but also those persons who have been living and have erected structures on unregularized plots of land receive proper documentation of ownership. Recalling the history of the issue at Plantation Great Diamond, the minister said the matter was brought to her attention by a resident recently.
I immediately inquired into the reason for that, and I realized that the Central Housing and Planning Authority did not have ownership of that land, and that area was unregularized. So I gave directions for us to begin the process of regularization of that area.
She said although there were efforts dating back to 2005 to have the area regularized, those efforts were stalled because the land was not owned by the Central Housing and Planning Authority.
So there were several technicalities over this time that prevented the process of regularization from being completed. And one of the disputes was that a portion of that land we subsequently found out belonged to DDL. And there were three squatters who were on the land owned by DDL. So we had a boundary dispute there. So what we did, that issue had to be sorted out first, and we had those three squatters relocated to Prospect.
At the beginning of 2021, NICIL was written to on a request to transfer the lands, which NICIL's boss, R.K. Sharma, subsequently agreed to. On March 25, 2021, Cabinet granted its no objection to the transfer. The minister now looks to fulfill legal requirements to finalize the transfer and move swiftly ahead with regularization.